Babylon was not a myth, and it was not merely a city. It was an idea, a system, and for centuries, the most powerful expression of civilization the ancient world had ever seen. Rising from the flat alluvial plains of southern Mesopotamia, between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, Babylon began as a modest settlement. But by around 1800 BCE, it had transformed into the beating heart of an empire that shaped law, religion, science, and power itself. At its height, Babylon was the largest city on earth. Its streets were paved. Its walls were colossal. Ancient writers claimed they were so wide that chariots could race along the top. The city was divided by canals, fed by the Euphrates, and structured with precision. This was not chaos. This was urban planning on a monumental scale. Babylon's greatest early ruler was Hammurabi. His legacy was not conquest alone, but order. The Code of Hammurabi was carved into stone and displayed publicly, declaring that law was not the whim of kings, but a system that governed all. Justice in Babylon was harsh, often brutal, but it was visible, codified, and enforced. This concept would echo through history. Religion dominated Babylonian life. The city was believed to be the earthly home of the gods. At its center stood the great ziggurat, Edamananki, a towering step structure dedicated to Marduk, the chief deity. Many scholars believe this structure inspired the biblical story of the Tower of Babel, a symbol of human ambition reaching toward the heavens. Babylonian priests were astronomers, mathematicians, and record keepers. They mapped the stars, tracked planetary movement, and developed early forms of predictive astronomy. Our division of time into hours, minutes, and seconds traces directly back to Babylonian mathematics. 60 was their sacred number. Under Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon entered its golden age. The city expanded further, becoming a spectacle of power and beauty. The Ishtar Gate, glazed in deep blue bricks and adorned with lions and dragons, announced the city to the world. Processional avenues stretched for nearly a mile, guiding religious festivals through the heart of the empire. And then there were the Hanging Gardens. Whether they truly existed remains debated, but ancient sources describe a tiered garden paradise built to ease the homesickness of a queen from distant mountains. If real, they would have been an extraordinary feat of engineering, combining irrigation, architecture, and symbolism into one of the ancient world's most enduring legends. But Babylon's power bred enemies. In 539 BCE, the city fell to Cyrus the Great of Persia. According to records, Babylon was taken without major destruction. Cyrus presented himself not as a conqueror, but as a liberator, restoring temples and traditions. Babylon continued to function as a major center under Persian rule, then later under Alexander the Great. Alexander planned to make Babylon the capital of his empire. He died there instead. Slowly, the city declined. Trade routes shifted. Political power moved elsewhere. By the early centuries CE, Babylon was largely abandoned, its bricks repurposed, its canals silted, its temples swallowed by sand. For centuries, Babylon lived on only in scripture and legend, a symbol of decadence, excess, and moral collapse. But archaeology changed that story. Excavations revealed not a cursed city, but a sophisticated civilization, one that valued knowledge, law, and cosmic order, one that shaped the foundations of urban life long before Rome, Athens, or Jerusalem. Today, the ruins of Babylon sit quietly in modern Iraq. Fragmented walls, reconstructed gates, and broken bricks scattered across the plain. What remains is not grandeur, but memory. And perhaps that is fitting, because Babylon's true legacy is not its walls or gardens, but its ideas. The belief that cities could be planned, that laws could be written, that time itself could be measured. Babylon fell, but in many ways we are still living inside the world it built.